Here are 3 cool ways to lace Adidas Sambas, including loose lacing, bar lacing, and diamond lacing. Timestamps for each are down below. Let's get into it. Here's how to loose lace Adidas Sambas. Start by grabbing your lace, and what we're going to do is we're going to take each lace end down into the 2 very bottom eyelets here from above, like this. Let's just feed them through. Pull it through, but not all the way. Pop it out the way, and swap to the other one. We're just going to do the same. Feed that little lace end down through there. Pull it through. And once you've pulled them through a little bit, grab them together. Pinch them like this, they're equal. Grab a hold of your Sambas and just pull that lace all the way through. And what this will mean is your lace ends will come out of equal length on either side. Don't worry if they haven't, just pause the video, take your time, and make sure they're even before we carry on. Then what we're going to do is keep a hold of this lace, and we're going to bring it over the sneaker tongue, and we're going to go down into the second eyelet from the bottom, from above, like this. So make sure you're feeding that lace end in from above, not coming up into it from underneath, if that makes sense. So just like this. And don't worry about pulling it through super tight. This is a loose lace style, and you're going to want your feet to slip in and out. Swap to the other lace, and we're going to do the same on the other side. Bring it over and down into that second eyelet up from the bottom on the other side, from above, just like this. Looking good. Then we're going to keep a hold of this lace, and we're going to go again. We're going to bring it over the sneaker tongue and down into the next empty eyelet, just like this. Switch the other lace, bring it over the sneaker tongue and down into the next empty eyelet from above. Looking good. Now remember, you can play this video on a half speed, pause as much as you want, please go slowly and go at your own pace. Great, now we're going to keep a hold of this lace, bring it over the sneaker tongue and down into the next empty eyelet, just like we've been doing. And we're not feeding the laces through the little tongue loop here on the loose lace style. Take a hold of the other lace, bring it over and down into the next empty eyelet. Because we're not using that tongue loop because we want this really crisp, fresh look all the way up. And that's part of the loose lacing look. Keep a hold of this lace, bring it over, down into the next empty eyelet. Looking good, guys. Swap back to the other one, bring it over and down into the next empty eyelet on the other side. Keep a hold of it, bring it over and down into the next empty eyelet. Swap back to the other one and do the same. Bring it over and down to the next empty eyelet. Now when you reach the final eyelets, stop there and we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to keep a hold of this lace and we're going to bring it up into this top eyelet from underneath this time. And we're going to pull it through around about this much. Pop that little bit of lace out the way. Swap back to the other one, and we're going to do the same. We're going to bring the lace end up through the final eyelet from underneath this time. And we're going to pull it through until it's about equal on each side. Then with these excess laces, we're literally just going to tuck them out the way behind the sneaker tongue. And they're super soft, and what they'll do is just sit on top of your feet, and you'll be able to slip your feet in and out of the Sambas, no problem. Repeat on the other shoe and you'll have a really awesome pair of loose-laced Adidas Sambas. If you found the info in this video helpful, please hit the like button for me to help it reach more people, and consider subscribing for more sneaker lacing content. I have loads of videos available to inspire you guys. Thanks! Here's how to bar lace Adidas Sambas. We're going to start by taking our lace and we're going to feed each lace end down into the 2 very bottom eyelets here. And we're going to go down into them from above. So just pull that one through, but don't pull it through all the way, just chuck it out the way. Swap to your other lace end. Take the lace end down into that other eyelet from above. And once you've pulled it through a little bit of the way, take your 2 lace ends and bring them together. And then grab your Sambas and just yank that lace all the way through. And what this means is your lace ends will come out of equal length. If yours haven't, don't worry, pause the video and take some time to make sure they're equal. Then we're going to start our bar lacing pattern by keeping a hold of this lace. And what we're going to do is we're going to skip an eyelet on this side, and instead we're going to bring it up into the 3rd eyelet up from the bottom from underneath. So just bring it up into that third eyelet from underneath, pull it through. Then we're going to take this lace over the sneaker tongue and down into the third eyelet up from the bottom, from above this time, if that makes sense. You can see what I'm doing here is just the corresponding eyelet on the other side. Pull it through so we make a bar. Now we're going to take this other lace and we're going to fill in these two holes here. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our lace end and we're going to bring it up into this empty eyelet here from underneath. Just wiggle that through, pull it through. Then we're going to bring it over the sneaker tongue and down into the empty eyelet on the other side. And we're going to go down into it from above to create another lovely bar. Now remember, you can pause this video or play it on a half speed. Do whatever makes you feel comfortable to make sure you're following along properly. Then what we're going to do is keep a hold of this lace and we're just going to feed it underneath this bar here. So we've got range of motion. And then we're going to repeat that pattern style again. We're going to skip an eyelet and instead we're going to go up into the eyelet above that from underneath, just like we did before, leaving this one empty. Then we're going to take this lace over the sneaker tongue and down into the corresponding eyelet on the other side to make a bar. Remember, we're going down into that eyelet on this side from above to make that crisp bar. Then we're going to swap back to the other lace and fill in the empty holes. Take the lace in and bring it up into that empty eyelet from underneath. Bring it over the sneaker tongue and we're going to go down into this empty eyelet here from above. Looking good. Then we're going to feed this lace end underneath the bar there so it has room to move. And we're going to do that pattern again, guys. We're going to skip the next eyelet up and instead we're going to bring the lace end up into the one above that from underneath. Pull it through. Bring it over the sneaker tongue and down into the corresponding eyelet from above. Looking good. Pop it out the way. Swap back to the other lace and we're going to fill in these empty holes. Take your lace end, bring it up through into this one from underneath. Looking good. Bring it over the sneaker tongue and fill in this empty eyelet here by going down into it from above. Now look at that. Now take a second just to adjust your bars to make sure they're all sitting at an equal distance from each other and looking crisp. Then feed this lace end under here so it has time to move. And what we're going to do with these excess laces is bring them together and we're going to tie them in quite a loose little bow here. Just like this. And then we're going to tuck that down into the shoe behind the sneaker tongue. Now these laces are super soft and that bow will just sit on top of your feet when you put them inside the shoes. And it will mean that you can slip these shoes on and off without the need for tying them each time. Repeat on your other Samba and you'll have a really awesome pair of bar lace sneakers. If you found the info in this video helpful, please hit the like button for me to help it reach more people and consider subscribing for more sneaker lacing content. I have tons of videos available to help inspire you guys. Thanks a lot. Here's how to diamond lace Adidas Sambas. Start by taking your lace and what we're going to do is take one of the lace ends and we're going to feed it down into this bottom eyelet here from above. So just wiggle that through, pull it through a little bit. And then we're going to take it and we're going to bring it up into the other very bottom eyelet from underneath. That can be a little bit tricky, so just wiggle that lace end through until you get it. Pause if you need to and just take your time. And then what we're going to do is pull this loop kind of loose like this. Then take your two lace ends and bring them together so they're equal. And then just go ahead and pull that lace through. And what this will do is mean the lace ends come out of equal length on either side. If yours haven't, don't worry about it. Just take some time to make sure they're equal before we carry on. Then what we're going to do is take this lace end and we're going to bring it down into the third eyelet up from the bottom, from above, like this. So make sure we're skipping that eyelet there. Swap to the other one, and we're going to do the same. We're going to find the third eyelet up from the bottom, and then we're going to take that lace end down into it from above. So make a little cross here, and that'll be the beginning of our diamond pattern. Then keep a hold of this lace, and we're going to bring it up through this empty eyelet here from underneath. So Just take your time to feed that through. Great, and then we're going to do the exact same on the other side. So bring the lace end up through the empty eyelet, pull it through, looking good. And then we're going to repeat the pattern again. We're going to take this lace, we're going to skip the next empty eyelet, and instead we're going to go down into the one above that with our lace like this. Do the same on the other side. Bring it down into this eyelet here, leaving one empty. Keep a hold of this lace and we're going to feed it up through that eyelet from underneath, and the same with the other one. Take the lace end up through that empty eyelet from underneath. Now we're going to do something a little different to finish off the pattern. We're going to keep a hold of this lace and we're not going to skip an eyelet this time. We're just going to bring it over and down into the next available empty eyelet. And do the same with the other one. Bring it over the sneaker tongue and down to the next available empty eyelet. Looking good. Now at this point you might just want to adjust your diamond pattern. And then with these excess laces, we're going to bring them together and we're just going to tie them into a loose bow. Like this. Then you can go ahead and tuck that bow behind the sneaker tongue. And what it'll do is sit on top of your foot so you can slide your foot in and out without having to adjust the pattern. And those laces are super soft, it won't bother the top of your foot at all. Repeat on the other sneaker and you'll have a really awesome pair of diamond lace Adidas Sambas. If you found the info in this video helpful, please hit the like button for me to help it reach more people, and consider subscribing for more sneaker lacing content. I have tons of videos available to help inspire you guys. Thanks!